Hello everyone, welcome to Kitabi Cabins. मेरा नाम चारू है and I'm here to talk about another one of my favorite books, which is The Unread Journals of Miss Sylvia Plath. The amount of influence this book has had on me is unmeasurable. Sylvia Plath का नाम लेते ही लोग डर जाते हैं because this lady has somehow been made the queen of teenage angst and heartache, and like everything teenage girls like, we love to denounce it. The moment आप चार लोगों के बीच में कह दो that you love Sylvia Plath, you would be put under some very questionable eyes and put under the box of a very crazy person at the same time. And देखो, मैं झूठ नहीं बोल सकती हूँ, this book holds 60% of my personality. I read it during my teenage years और उस वक्त पे इससे ज़्यादा खूबसूरत काम मुझे कुछ भी नहीं लगता था. मे बी अगर आपका प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स पूरा डेवलप हो चुका है, आपको ये इतनी हिट ना हो, बट गॉड डैम द चोक होल्ड दिस बुक हैड ऑन मी व्हेन आई वाज a teenager honestly needs to be studied about. Sylvia Plath was born in Boston in 1932. She was a good student, and when she went to college, she was offered an internship at a magazine place, where she got the inspiration to write her first book, which was The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. Bell Jar is a story about this girl who is brilliantly talented and intelligent and beautiful, whose breakdown leads her to insanity. And using Bell Jar as a metaphor, she writes, because whenever I sat on the deck of a ship or at a street cafe in Paris or Bangkok, I would be sitting under the same glass bell jar, stewing in my own sorrow. The entire book is filled with so many quote-worthy quotes. Similarly, in this collection of unread journals as well. This journals is a collection of all of her diary entries as she made when she was a college student up till the day she killed herself, which is around 12 years, and considering how she started writing it when she was a teenager and then she grew up, became a mother, fell in love with the man, saw the man fall out of love with her. The entire process that you follow through a lady is so beautifully captured in this book. दूसरे ही पेज से he would be highlighting एक line. It would be hitting at that spot so much. If you are a young person watching this video right now, please get your hands onto this book, या किसी को कह दो गिफ्ट कर दे ये किताब, because it's a beautiful collection. Plath writes about elite fashion parties and going on dates with very dull men, and about her creativity and her ambitions for writing. And especially in this book, you'll follow her through her writing journey. She was so ambitious, वो दिन का पूरा process बताती थी. It would be a wonderful insight for people who want to write themselves, because she shows how process of writing is very mechanical and mathematical at the same time. It's not something कि आप बैठे बैठे आपको एकदम से याद आ जाएगा कि ओ इसके बारे में लिख के आते हैं. She would give herself a goal to write at least for 2 hours or 10 poems each day. Even her entire dynamic of falling in love with Ted Hughes is explored so beautifully यहाँ पे. The time she was married to Ted Hughes is another poet. I love his work, even though इन लोगों का dynamic कुछ खास साथ में चला नहीं था, because when they got married, Ted was having an affair with some other lady, which also led Sylvia to go down a spiral path into depression later in life. And it's such a strange emotion. She has captured the feeling of being a woman so well. Ted Hughes उसको बता रहा है कि like you write about this. वो उसको homework दे रहा है. She appreciates that man so much, but she is also envying him. जब वो साथ में बैठ के उसका work critique कर रहे हैं, तो उसको बुरा लगता है कि Ted उसके काम को बुरा क्यों बोल रहा है, because उसके दिमाग में she thinks that Ted is a better writer और मैं नहीं उतनी अच्छी writer. The entire dynamic throughout the book is so beautiful. Ted Hughes की poetry collection है, which is birthday letters करके. Sylvia appreciated Ted की writing बहुत ही ज़्यादा. They had a very mutual interest for writing. Both of them also shared a love for astrology at the same time. जो birthday letters करके poetry collection है, उसमें there is this poem Ted writes about the first time that they meet. It's a very long poem, but I'll just quote out a line from there. Our Chaucer, I think, would have sighed. He would have assured us, shaking his sorrowful head, that day the solar system married us, whether we knew it or not. And how beautiful is this? सारा ही काम बहुत ज़्यादा खूबसूरत है. अब मैं हर एक चीज़ को कोट ऑन तो नहीं कर पाऊंगी. सिल्विया प्लैथ का एक बहुत ही कॉमन सा आइडिया रहा था, यू नो, wanting other things. She writes, I can never read all of the books I want. I can never be all the people I want and live all the lives I want. I can never train myself in all the skills I want. And why do I want? I want to live and feel all the shades, tones and variations of mental and physical experience possible in my life. And I'm horribly limited. Sylvia Plath का एक fig tree metaphor है जो बहुत popular है currently on the internet, that she compares his life to the branches of a fig tree. हर एक branch एक नई जगह पे जा रही थी. One was a successful writer, one was a beautiful mother, one was a loving wife, and another thing. And then she says कि अब I'm standing here और मैं इस मरते हुए fig tree को देख रही हूँ. seeing all of my ambitions fall down क्योंकि मेरे पास इतने options थे, I got so paralyzed कि मैं एक भी नहीं चुन पाई for to be the best at. And another argument people talk about a lot is that Sylvia Plath romanticized depression. It is not the case. She wrote about it beautifully. And she wrote about everything beautifully. She talked about the mundanity of life with such a beautiful lens to life that I don't think you would want to miss out on. Ariel is one collection of poems which Sylvia wrote when she was in an extreme depression before she took her life for the final time. And even for the unabridged journals of Plath, these were heavily edited by Ted Hughes before they got out for the public eye. And it feels a little wrong for you to be so intimate into someone's brain that you know all of their shame and guilt and their pleasures while reading this book. But I hope you will enjoy reading this. You will definitely find something very relatable from the book. And this is Unread Journals of Sylvia Plath. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being kind. And I will see you next time.